Morning, how are we today? Now, I got a book for you today, and it's called Little Miss Christmas. And so, it all starts last year. After nearly a whole year buried in wrapping paper and sticky tape, Little Miss Christmas decided that she deserved a holiday. She had nearly finished wrapping all her presents and thought that it could not do any harm for Father Christmas to wrap the last few himself. To make it easier for him, she rang her brother at the South Pole and asked him to come to help. Ooh. Mr. Christmas flew up to the North Pole in his magic flying teapot. There's teapot. Little Miss left for her holidays, so she left for Christmas wrap the paper. Little Miss on an aeroplane. I won't be back until the day before Christmas Eve, so you have to make sure you finish wrapping the last presents. Little Miss Christmas reminded them just before she boarded her plane. Don't worry, boomed Father Christmas. We've got plenty of time. We'll have them all wrapped long before you return. The next morning, after breakfast and Christmas pudding on toast, Father Christmas led Mr. Christmas into the wrapping room, and they set off to work. This isn't going to take any time at all, said Father Christmas. An hour later, in fact, we've got plenty of time. How about a game of golf? Good idea, says Mr. Christmas. And so the two of them played a round of golf. Cheeky, aren't they? Shall we wrap in paper? The following morning, they settled down to work. But after an hour, Father Christmas piped up again. How do you fancy going reindeer racing? We've got plenty of time left, so should we do it? Good idea, agreed Mr. Christmas. And the two of them spent the rest of the day racing reindeer across the ice. Oh, aren't they naughty? The next day, they did not even reach the wrapping paper room. We've still got plenty of time to finish the wrapping. Shall we go fishing today? Suggested Father Christmas at breakfast. Good idea, said Mr. Christmas. Look at them, fishing. Aren't they naughty? They should be wrapping paper. And so it continued. While Little Miss Christmas lay on the beach in the Christmas Island, where else would it be? Blissfully unaware of what was going on, Father Christmas and Mr. Christmas were spending a lot of time having fun and very little time wrapping presents. But this is Little Miss on the beach. Little Miss Christmas, she's on the beach. Let's have a look what Father Christmas and Mr. Christmas are doing. So you will not be surprised to learn that the wrapping had not been finished by the time Little Miss Christmas returned from her holiday. What have you two been doing all this time? Exclaimed Little Miss Christmas, when she saw a huge pile of unwrapped presents. Father Christmas and Mr. Christmas sheepishly stood off with their feet, unable to look Little Miss Christmas in the eye. How are we ever going to get all this done by tomorrow evening? She said angrily. Oh dear. It was then that she suddenly had an idea, a brilliant idea. We can ask all the Mr. Men and Little Misses to help us, and you can go back and pick them up in your teapot," she cried, pointing at Mr. Christmas. By tea time, Mr. Christmas had collected as many of Mr. Men and Little Misses as he could find, and brought them back to the North Pole. That was good. They all worked right through the night, although Little Miss Christmas had to be careful about which jobs she gave to which people. Mr. Bump was only allowed to wrap teddy bears because he kept breaking the other presents he was given. Little Miss Bossy had to keep a careful eye on Little Miss Naughty to stop her wrapping nasty surprises in her presents. Oof. Not everything went quite to plan. Mr. Muddle kept writing Happy Easter on the labels, and Little Miss Helpful tried very hard to be helpful, but got into a little bit of trouble with the sticky dip. Mr. Forgetful kept forgetting to put the presents in the parcels, and there was no mistaking that presents wrapped by Mrs. Messy, she made a right mess. However, by lunchtime on Christmas Eve, all the presents were wrapped and labelled and packed away in Father Christmas's sleigh. "Thank you very much," said Little Miss Christmas to everyone. "I don't know what I would have done without your help. There would have been a lot of empty spaces under lots of little Christmas trees. Now we just need Father Christmas. Has anybody seen him? I wonder where he is." But no one had. Eventually, Little Miss Christmas found playing cards with Mr. Christmas, of course. Them two were trouble. "Quiet, quiet," she cried. "You're going to be late." I think that's about right. Don't worry," chuckled Father Christmas. "We've got plenty of time." That Father Christmas, he's trouble, isn't he? Hope you like the story. Bye.